Hello and welcome to Perfect Opacity. Today we are going to learn how to create word search puzzles for KDP that you can upload on Amazon. Now, for those of you who may not know about KDP Amazon, KDP is an Amazon online service that enables anybody to create content, to write a book, upload it, and then Amazon is going to handle all the printing, all the shipping, and all you get from Amazon is the royalties due to you. Now, you don't pay any amount to create an account. You don't pay any amount to upload your book. The bulk of the work is in creating the content and the marketing bit of it. So I'll be doing a video later on about KDP for those who may not be familiar, and I believe that is going to be helpful to you. Now, in creating a word search puzzle, we're going to need several tools. And before we come to the tools, the book, the word search puzzle is going to be divided into, that is the manuscript, which is the interior content of the word search, and also the other part is going to be the book cover. Now, the part 1 of this tutorial will cover on how to make the manuscript. Now, for the manuscript or the interior content, we're going to use two tools. Number one is a software called Word Search Maker. I'll show you where to download it and how to set it up and how to use it. Number two is PowerPoint, where we're going to compile all our manuscript. Now, having said that, I just want you to go to Google and you're going to search Amazon. You're going to open the Amazon store and you're going to tap word search. Just want you to have an idea of what we are looking at. Here you can see a vast array of books that many people have created and they've uploaded. Now, most of these books, they are making a lot of money. I'm going to come over and select these 2023 word search, and I can see over here it's a bestseller, and you can see over here that it's a bestseller. So you're going to click on it, and a few things you're going to learn from this book. Part of it is the title of the book. It's word search for adults, large print, In addition to that, you're going to look at some of the specifications for the book, like the pages. We have 109 pages. The language is English, the date it was published, and then the dimensions. All these are key, especially the number of pages and the dimensions of the book. Now, in addition, it has the property where we can look inside and have a preview of what it's all about. That's the cover page. Now, this is the first page, interior. Very simple. This book belongs to such and such. You have their copyright. The next page is about the directions or instructions on how to solve the puzzle. Then from there we have the word search. You can see how simply the structure is. The theme is Christmas, and then you have the puzzle, and then down here we have the words that you're going to be searching. A person who's working on this puzzle is going to be searching from this puzzle. We have the list for the words, and that's all. Come to another theme, traveling to Egypt, and so on and so forth. In addition, I also managed to create my book, which is already online, and it's making sales. So here's my book. It's called Puzzle Quest Word Search. My book has 151 pages, English, published on Feb 9th. It's an 8.5, 0.3 is the width, 0.35. That is the thickness of the book, and then 11 is the height. That is so if you have a look inside, we have one such. That's the cover page. Scroll down, the first page this book belongs to. The bio is going to write their name, and then I have the instructions on how to solve the puzzle. Then from there I have the content outline. Now I built this book, or rather I made this book with solutions. That way the person using the book, in case they get stuck, they can go and refer. And next we have the puzzles. Simple, we have the theme, domestic animals, the puzzle there, and then the words that are going to be searched in the puzzle. And so the list goes on. So we're going to make I'm going to help you to make a similar book. I'll show you the softwares and the tools that you're going to use. It's very easy that anyone with a computer and internet, you're able to do this. And in building, these are the tools you're going to use. One, we're going to use a software called Word Search Maker. Number two, we're going to use ChatGPT to generate the list for the themes that we're going to identify. And then number three, we're going to use PowerPoint, like I said, to put together our manuscript. Now what you do is that you're going to come to this website, www.word-search-world.gridler.co.uk, and once you open it, you'll have this page. You're going to come over here, create your own word search with our free online word search maker. You can click here to choose the online version, but I prefer downloading it and installing it on my computer. So I'm going to click this on Word Search Maker app for Windows. Just click on this. You're going to go to the next page. It's going to have the instructions. So what I want you to do, number one, before even you hit download, is copy this license key, because every time you open the software, it's going to require you to enter the license key. Just copy it, and then from there you're going to hit you're going to click here to download the Word Search app. And so the Word Search Maker is going to be downloaded on your computer. Now what you do, remember you had copied the license key. I'm going to come over to Notepad, and then I'm going to copy it. Now given that our Word Search Maker software has downloaded, you're going to click on it, and then you extract all. So here it is. So you have the setup, and then we have the instructions, which is in Microsoft Word. So what you do is that I'm going to come to this license key that I had copied here, and I'm going to save it in the location where I have downloaded and extracted my Word Search Maker software. So I go to File, Save As. I'm going to go to Downloads, Word Search Maker. Go to I navigate to this folder, and then I'm going to name it, license key, that way. Good. So what you do is that from there, I'm going to double click on setup, and then it's going to start installing. Now I don't need to go through the process because I already have the Word Search Maker installed in my computer. So for my case, I'm going to cancel this process, but for your case, once you click, it's just a simple process and you'll be able to install. Okay, so once you install the Word Search Maker, come double click to the icon, and then it's going to give you a pop-up window where you're going to be required to enter the key. I'm going to copy paste it, and there we are. So there I have my Word Search Maker opened. there. Now the next tool, with my word search maker open, you're going to go now to the next tool. Like I told you, is ChatGPT. For those of you who may not know what ChatGPT is an online AI tool that enables you to write text, generate text content, and all you need to do is just give it some prompts and it's going to act on them. So to use ChatGPT, you come over to Google. Come over to google.com and type ChatGPT, and then scroll down to try ChatGPT. Now, in case you have not created an account, it's going to prompt you to create an account, but in my case, I had already logged in. So I'll go right away to giving it prompts, and then it's going to give me what I want. Now, I want to create a list for names for my word search, and I'm going to pick any topic that you want. Number one, at times you don't have to think about what the theme topics to write about. You can just ask ChatGPT to give you ideas. So I'm going to come over and give it a prompt and tell it list for me theme ideas. List for me theme ideas for a word search puzzle. You can tell it to give me like 10, but you can put any number. See, it's giving me the prompt, the ideas for my word search puzzle, and then I can go ahead and tell it list names under animals. Just tell it to list 30 under animals, and so it's going to list for me the names under that theme. Perfect. So there I have my 30 names. With ChatGPT, you're able to move faster because making a word search is quite laborious. So I'll just highlight the list for the names. Then I'm going to come over to word search maker. On this section where we have words, let me first clear it. You're going to copy paste your words over here. And then the other thing we're going to set on our word search maker software is the number of rows and the columns. Those are the number of the letters along the column and the letters along the rows. For me, I'll go with a 15. You can do 15, 15, 20, 20, 10, 10, depending on the complexity of your word search puzzle. In addition, here we have direction. Now, with direction, now these are settings you can use to define how your the orientation for the words for your words as search puzzle. If I click here, we're going to have the normal orientation from left to right. Now, if I click here, there's a possibility some words are going to have the orientation from right to left. If I click this one, there's a possibility some words are going to move from top to bottom. If I click here, some words you move from bottom to top. Now, the beauty with this tool is that you can design your word search puzzle in any orientation direction that you want. Number two, the same tool is able to give you the puzzle that you want, at the same time the solutions that you need. So you're able to generate them at the same time. Now come over here, we're going to give the title for our theme. Remember, it was animals. Sorry about that. Animals. Text color, I'll go with how this black. Yeah. Grid color. Grid color, I can take a light shade of gray. I don't need a footer image. So the list, our order list, that's okay. And then the solution settings, still animals. Show solution, answer in bold, answer circled, text color. Remember that for the KDP you're going to have a black and white manuscript, so it's good to keep our text in black and white. So I go with black. Circle color, I'll do the same. Perfect. Now, having copied our the list for our animal names over here, all I need to do is just come over here and create new word search, and there we are. Now, if you want to see how your word search solution looks like, here we have preview puzzle, then we have preview solution. So whenever you are creating your puzzles, make sure that this one is always clicked. That way you can see the final outcome of your puzzle. Now again, remember that I was telling you these settings, you can change the direction. If I click that one, then I click the word search, I click the create word search, you can see all the names are moving from left to right. If I just click the left check button, you can see the words how they have been realigned. If I click the top one, they'll move from bottom to top. If I click downwards, the bottom one, they're going to move from top to bottom. So the best thing, in order to, depending on how complex you want your word search to be, you're going to click, or rather check the direction checkbox accordingly. So I can do mine that way, and then you can click this word search as many times as possible, and you're going to see different, you can create different word search, and you can select the one that you feel you're comfortable with. If you feel that the word search is complex, you can reduce the direction checkboxes. Then you create again. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. So what you do is that the next step is saving. Now let me talk about saving. I recommend saving in 3 formats. Number 1 is a raw file for the software. Number 2, you're going to save as an image, and number 3, you're going to save as a PDF. Number 1, why do we save the project as raw format files? The reason is in case there is an error, or in case in future you want to use the same files to create a different puzzle using the same words, you'll be able to do that. All you need to do is just load the project on this software and you can change it. Number 2, the image solution, or rather the image puzzle, and also the image solution, you're going to save it as an image, and it's the one you're going to use in our manuscript that we're going to be working with in PowerPoint. Number 3, why save in PDF? Now with PDF, remember this is your content, and this is your content that we've created and they are original. And given that it's a digital product, you can sell it on other platforms like Etsy and so on and so forth, meaning that you can have your content, create the word search puzzle book, and also create sell the same content, the manuscript or the word search puzzles, to other platforms and be able to make more money. So what you do is that once you are satisfied with your puzzle, you're going to come over to File, Save, Project, So what you do is that I'm going to come over to my desktop and I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it word search. So I'm going to call my puzzle, I'm going to call it puzzle 1. Then I save. Step number 2, saving as an image. I come over to file, save puzzle image, and then I'm going to save it as a JPEG. Select, I just come over here to save type as, click JPEG. I'm going to call it puzzle 2. Sorry, puzzle 1. Remember the same puzzle. Save. Number 3, you're going to save as PDF file. Select PDF. I'm going to give it the same name, puzzle 1. Perfect. The other bit is that remember that we want our word search puzzle to have a solution, and like you can see, our solution has been generated. I'm going to come still to file and I'm going to say save solution image. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write puzzle 1 and then I can just add SOL just to indicate that is a solution so that I don't get confused. So now if I come to my desktop, I open the word search. You can see that I have my 4 files. Here's the original files, original raw files. For the software, I have the PDF file, I have the JPEG image file, and we have the solution file. Now we are ready to go to PowerPoint and now create our manuscript. So what you do is that you're going to open Microsoft PowerPoint. And if you're enjoying this tutorial, just go over to subscribe and make sure you subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we create such videos, and you can also share with your friends and colleagues. Now you're going to come over to PowerPoint, you're going to create blank presentation. Now remember initially when we were talking about the word search books like the one I have created, and it's on Amazon. You have first to determine how many pages you want your word search to be. Now my recommendation is that make sure you go through so many the other books on Amazon, and you can cross-reference and see the average pages that most people design their books with, and from there you can come up with your own pages. Now for me, I wanted to make sure that my puzzles, they are more than 100 pages, so the rest can be used to make, I can post the solutions thereafter. So in total it's coming to 151 pages. Now the dimensions for the width is 8.5 inches and the height is 11 inches. Now the beauty with this is that I'm able to have a large print, which is good especially if you're making a book that is going to be used by adults and seniors who may have an issue with very small fonts. So in our case, you're going to work with 8.5 by 11, but this is not fixed. You can work with whatever dimensions that you want to or you prefer. So what I do is that I'll come back to my PowerPoint and then I'll go to design. I'll come over to the right side top area, slide size, and I'm going to custom slide size, and I'm going to work with a width. Remember it's 8.5 and height is 11, and then I say okay, ensure fit. Perfect. So you're going to come over here and clear the content, whichever is there. Perfect. Now, so once you're done with that, you're going to come over to view, and you need to make sure that your grid and the ruler is enabled, because we want to make sure that we work within certain dimensions. Two things to note here is that whenever Amazon you're uploading the manuscript on Amazon, you have to make sure that you follow the guidelines as far as the margins are concerned, because they don't want to be in a situation where you have content that is streamed and the book loses its value. So what you do is that we're going to ensure that we define a constant margin, and in our case, I want to achieve on the sides, on these sides, I want to achieve a 0.75 margin, and then top and bottom I want to work with 0.5. So what I do is that I will insert a shape that will guide me, and for me, remember that our width was 8.5. So if you deduct 8.5 minus 0.75 minus 0.75, you're going to be left with a width of 7, and the height was 11.5. If you minus 11.5 inches minus 0.5 minus 0.5, you're going to get 10 inches. So I'm going to resize my shape. So I just right click, format shape, I click here the size and properties, size. Remember our height is 10 inches, and the width is 7 inches. Okay, here we are. So all I need to do is just make sure, need to make sure that I center. Perfect. So this is going to be everything we're going to create in our manuscript has to fall within these borders. So I'm going to remove the fill. I just want to be left with the border. In addition, I want to define the size of our solution. So I'm going to come again to insert shape, and then I take the triangle, I add another triangle, and I'm going to define the size, my puzzle to be 7 inches by 7 inches. So once you've defined 7 inches by 7, you're going to bring this inner triangle, and I want it to fall where we have 4 marked that way. Now this is the area we're going to have our puzzle. Down here we're going to have the words that are going to be searched, and up here we're going to have the theme and also the puzzle number. So what you do is that come to insert text box, and then you're going to insert, and you're going to call this puzzle 1. So again, needs to be centered. Perfect. And then you're going to come over again, or you can just copy the text box, and then you're going to have our theme, that is animals. There. Can adjust the font size, bold accordingly. Now back to our triangle here, I'm also going to make sure it doesn't have a fill, because all I need is to have this outline, because I want all my pages in the entire manuscript to be uniform. So you're going to come to where you had saved your solutions and the puzzle. You're going to copy the image puzzle, just copy, go back to PowerPoint, and then you're going to save. Then click on this image and you're going to resize it and make sure it fits within that rectangle, or just need to make sure that it's 7 by 7, that you will have a uniform setup. So the remaining part is to copy the words. First you come to text box, have it there, go over to word search maker, and here preview. Don't copy these words, copy the ones that you see on this column, because there are chances, because of the way the words are aligned, not all the words in the original list find their way to the puzzle. So what you do, copy what you have under preview. So for me, I normally copy a set of 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because of how the size is, and I adjust a bit. There you are. Then another text box, another text box, come over, copy the others, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go over done that. And there we are. So your manuscript is ready. So in case you want to add an image, you can add in this area or on this area. Just make sure that your content is within this outline that we have made. Now what you do is that you do the same for the next puzzle until you're satisfied, depending on the number of pages that you want, and then make sure you save. You're going to save as a PowerPoint project word search. Now to create the next puzzle, all you need to do is just go over again to ChatGPT, generate the theme and then the list of the words, and then go to the word search, create the puzzle, and then once you create, you save it, and then you simply come and duplicate the slide, come over to the second puzzle. You're going to rename it as puzzle 2. We change the theme, could be anything like the lakes of the world. And then make sure you delete the puzzle, and then you're going to copy the puzzle that you've generated. And then again, you ensure that you get the list for the words that have made it to the puzzle, and then you're going to copy them down here, and you're good to go. So finally, what you do is that once you're done with all your puzzles, we want to remove this outline. Make sure you'll do this for all the pages. All you need to do is just come click there, and then you're going to delete, and then there you are. So finally, make sure you save your work, and also you save as PDF, because you're going to upload your manuscript as PDF. So thank you very much for watching. Tune in for part 2, where you're going to learn about how to create the cover page for this puzzle, and you're going to be using 2 options. That's either Canva or Photoshop. Make sure you subscribe to help us to make more videos. Thank you for watching.